Happy March, everybody. I am here in Sedona bringing you an energy update for this month. And the theme this month is elevating your life, elevating your consciousness, and embodying all of your power. That's right. Everything we've really been working towards our whole lives, we have the opportunity to elevate ourselves and embody so much more of our essence this month. And this video is going to show you how. So the reason I'm talking about elevating yourself and leveling up now is because April's when we're really going to bloom, but March is really when we push through those labor pains and we make those breakthroughs in the month of April. So everything we've been doing years before this, that's been us creating ourselves, manifesting, doing the emotional work, right? But what we're saying is now we level up in March, we really step up and become responsible for our energy, for all of our power. And when we embody this, this is going to show up more in a leadership role for you wherever you are in your life. But that's what the energy in March is trying to elevate us into. So maybe you're a leader in whatever, say you're teaching or how you are supporting or guiding someone. Maybe you're someone where in your life you're the one bringing new ideas. This could be into your community, into your family. Either way, you're going to feel a sense of like energetic elevation and support. And so this is how we level up. So come April, May, June, we feel like we're truly blooming and embodying and then walking that path with all of our knowledge and wisdom fully integrated. And that's why I'm actually so happy that my March video happened to be at the time that I'm in Sedona, because all of the frequencies here in this particular vortex that I'm in, but also this entire city, will help you in that elevation. So we're working with super higher frequencies. We want to think 528 hertz and above, but honestly, we're looking at things in other dimensions that we can't even perceive. There's so many portals and honestly, I want to say like rips in the space-time continuum here. So with that said, what you're doing when you're actually listening to this video is feeling into higher dimensional energy. And with this energy, that's going to give you the elevation and the boost in any place in your life where you're looking for a little bit more energetic support. As I'm filming this, we are currently in Pisces season. So already the energetic support you're receiving is one that supports even more flow, stronger connection to your own intuition, but also psychic abilities. So in this video, there is a form of activation energy happening because we've got vortex energy, like I just mentioned, but also psychicness, intuitiveness. Some of those clairs will likely start to develop the more you go inward this month, and that's what the Pisces energy is bringing us. But pay attention as we move into Aries season, because now we're talking about elevating yourself into that leadership position, because the fire of Aries is going to bring a compassionate fire this month. So what I'm saying is it is going to burn down anything that isn't supporting your highest love and your highest growth. See, that's what I mean by compassionate fire. It's the kind of destruction where you've wanted to close something out, or say maybe it's the kind of destruction where you're trying to release something with so much love and empathy. So what it can also do for us though is burn down those things compassionately that were maybe just a little bit, let's say, stubborn around letting go of, or maybe it's just bringing our awareness to something we completely couldn't see. So this compassionate fire is almost compassionately releasing all those big energetic blocks. So all those things we haven't been able to release before. Think of Aries as coming in and saying, hey, I got you, fam. Let me take it from here. Let me lift this off the shoulders and let me release this for you. So remember, this compassionate fire not only burns down what's not working for us, but it holds us accountable, because now we have to really look at what's left after those flames settle down. And that's our part to work on. Those are going to be the things that elevate us into our next level of being and consciousness, because now we have awareness. And more importantly, this is what gives us the opportunity to awaken the leader within us, and that's what Aries energy supports. Now, this ties back to elevating ourselves, because when we elevate ourselves, we are able to elevate others, and this is what true compassionate leaders do. But it's only conscious when we walk through the fire first, and then we teach from our own gnosis. And don't be afraid to go through this process. This is what the best healers, magicians, and alchemists of the world do. In terms of elevating your consciousness, just ask yourself, Where do I need to do more work? Either more shadow work or inner child work, or let's go to the number one way that we can raise our frequency, and that's healing ourselves. So if there's a part of your life or an emotion you've avoided, well, healing this is the bridge that we can cross to level up and fully elevate ourselves and our experience here. Remember, we go through several dark nights of the soul and ego deaths and spiritual awakenings, so really there's no rush to get wherever we want to be, but at the same time we're always moving because there's something we're always healing and processing. And I know that it's exhausting and you might feel like, man, is this ever over? Do I ever get to rest? How much more is there to heal? Those aren't really the questions we need to be asking ourselves, because first of all, it's between us and higher self, whatever each person has planned for this incarnation. But what you want to focus on is just your attitude and really what free will means to you, what inner peace means to you, and what your personal spiritual goals are, because that's going to determine how deeply you go into one area. See, someone might incarnate honestly just to do nothing here, and maybe they're such a spiritual master that they're just here to walk and just bliss out, right? Well, if that's not you, which I think the majority of us are here to fully heal these emotions and, heal through the emotional body and ascend a little bit differently. So wherever you are, whatever your gnosis is, whatever your worldview is, maybe how existential you are, whatever you understand about yourself and the workings of the universe, that's going to determine how you face your path and really how you elevate yourself. I'm always going to share different tools that are going to help you level up in your life and expand and grow and heal. So if your goal is to elevate yourself in any particular area of life, March is going to support that. But also, if you're not sure what that is yet, that's okay, because what I'm saying is you might get that breakthrough in April that gives you this much more clarity about maybe what your purpose is here, or maybe you decide my purpose is just to heal myself and then really live a life that I feel good about and that has a lot of integrity. Point is, there's no rush. You don't need to answer any of this now. We're constantly moving and we're constantly shifting things. How you feel about healing is going to shift from one day to another. So allow yourself the grace to really process and understand this. What's really important about the energy this month is that it's giving us all a second chance to become those leaders that we always wanted to be. It's inviting us with that opportunity. And I'm saying second chance because the collective downloads I've been getting is maybe you've tried to be a leader. Maybe you were disrespected, or you didn't have enough boundaries, or people violated those boundaries. Well, that never went away. You beginning the process is what a leader does. Now remember, this is going to be very specific, whether it's a leader in your area of expertise or consciousness, or who you represent and who you are as a supportive energy in people's lives. The point is that the energy this month is saying you did not fail, you did not mess up, you are on your way, but now you are energetically supported and elevated with this new opportunity. Maybe it's a second chance, maybe it's a third chance. You are presented with new opportunities to step up and be the leader you always envisioned yourself to be, but also be the leader that your inner child would be proud of. So I've got some homework for you this month, and what you're going to do is pick one area of your life to water and to cultivate. So the whole point of this exercise is so that you can prove to yourself that just by focusing your intention on something, you can quickly shift and elevate any area of your life. So if you pick relationships, see what part of those relationships need more love and attention. If it's for family, maybe where do you need more communication and openness? If it's with a partner, where do you want to develop more intimacy and more trust? So essentially what you're doing is elevating these relationships. If you pick health, maybe you see where you could commit more deeply to yourself. Maybe you start seeing a naturopath, or you learn about the different supplements that you can take to support your body. The whole point of this is by April and May, you're going to see how easy it is to commit to yourself and shift something. And the reason we're picking only one for now is because by those spring months, as we go deeper, closer even to summer, you'll see you'll actually have the energy to focus and shift and elevate more than one thing, but without spreading yourself too thin. So let's recap the main themes of this month. We are elevating our lives. We are elevating our consciousness. We do this by being intentional, by committing to ourselves, by maybe learning something new, by focusing more on our healing work. So not only will this help us feel better about ourselves, but we are elevating our relationships and our quality of life, our community, our connections, our commitments. It's all centered around this theme of elevation, but most importantly, make it something that means something very just special or unique to you. What does the word elevation or elevate even mean to you? These are very intentional words. When I am downloading an energy update, when I am channeling, it's because higher self is saying, this is the word that's going to activate and unlock something in someone that's going to help them reach their highest healing potential. And then this brings us into leadership, because we are looking at how we can become those people that help elevate others from a conscious place, from a place that's not coming from projection because we've done our inner work and we know what's ours and we're not throwing our energy around, but we're also elevating each other so that we can elevate and raise the vibration and the frequency of the planet. We are not elevating just because, oh, I want to make someone feel better because it feeds my ego when I come in and I'm looking like the hero or the white knight. We're not coming from that energy at all. It's not coming from shadow. It's literally coming from oneness and love and raising each other up together. And now we have arrived at the crystal recommendation portion of the video, one of my favorite parts of the video. And the crystal that's going to bring the most support this month is Citrine. Citrine is all about mental clarity, focus, confidence, creativity, prosperity, and abundance. Let me show you this piece of citrine that I picked up here in Sedona. Look at the coloring on this. Just gonna give you a minute to take this in. Look at how this one is more orange, actually more amber. What's great about this stone is you're gonna see a lot of variations. Sometimes it's known as the golden amethyst. So you can see how much it actually looks like amethyst. And so you might find it extremely, extremely pale, very pale yellow, for example, a pale looking orange, or like almost red, like fiery hot orange color. It's usually found in different golden variations. If you find it more polished and like a point, that's when it will look just a little bit lighter in color. But as you can see, it's a very stunning and dynamic stone, and it is abundant in the earth and available for us to connect to when we want a boost of creativity or just feeling like, hey, you know what? I've got some luck on my side. I can do this. Citrine is the ideal stone for leaders because it supports decision making, and it also helps a person navigate through new areas or experiences for the first time. So it's going to help keep you really sharp and confident as you move through maybe some problem solving or just figuring out a way to address something from a higher perspective as well. Citrine is so special because it's one of those rare minerals on the planet that you never have to clear or cleanse because it doesn't retain any negative energy. So when hit with negative energy, it actually transmutes it. So if you have this piece, nothing is going to get into your energy field. And also keep it around your workspace, because not only does it promote that abundance and generate all of that like prosperity energy into your field, what it's also doing is expanding your abundance consciousness. So you're actually going to feel like no limitations when manifesting or asking for more, because your mindset's completely different. You're not going to make choices or decisions coming from scarcity consciousness. So you're going to feel like you deserve more, and then you'll also be able to receive it. Citrine emits an elevated energy. That's right. We're using the word elevated. It's actually one of its qualities. And what it does is it gives a person initiative coupled with emotional balance and harmony. So this not only will give you that motivation, momentum, that spark and initiative forward, but you're going to feel pretty good while you're holding on to this piece. And then it's going to help you, like I said, navigate. So most people like this in the business context, but this is also good for bringing harmony and balance in any kind of interpersonal relationships as well. And it's also very useful for cleansing the aura, receiving psychic information. People also use it for support with digestion. It's known to support the root, the crown, and the solar plexus. So it's got such a variety of uses, but what it does is that it emits that kind of energy that can really locate where your heart is located, where your intuition is located, and balance that with the mental plane, like I said. So what it's doing is you're making very clear decisions that aren't coming from any sort of charge. It's coming from a place that's still, that's clear, and that's also heart-centered. I'm wishing you all a powerful, magical, and elevated March from right here in Sedona. I hope the energy this month brings you love, peace, abundance, and prosperity. And I hope it awakens that inner leader within you that's always been there, but now is ready to shine. Have a beautiful month.